Well, a bitterly cold weekend. We've got more where that came from this week. Let's send it over to Greg.
Yeah, definitely. We got some of the coldest air we'll likely see all year, and this is the time when you would expect it to. The end of January to early February on average is the coldest part of the year, so it's going to come to fruition this week. Tonight we got the wind chill factor. That's going to be the issue more than anything else once the blowing and drifting of the snow ends, as the temperatures plummet back into the single digits below zero, which is not uncommon for January, but it's going to be the wind that's going to remain overnight and keep those wind chills all the way down to the 30 below, and that's why the alert day is until noon, although the entire day will still be cold. The cold weather advisory, depending on location, either goes from 9 a.m. to noon, basically because of the wind chill factor. It gets above 25 at certain different points. But if you expose skin at this temperature, can be frostbite in about 30 minutes or less. Now we do have winter weather advisories and special weather statements. This is all for the blowing and drifting. A lot more blowing and drifting as you go further west in Minnesota, as you get higher in elevation. Those exposed areas out there, you can see it. We can see spotty areas around our area, and then further to the southeast is where they got more accumulating snow too. Accumulation maybe up to 1 or 2 inches, depending on location. It's very light and fluffy, so there's some areas that likely could get a little bit more than that too. But the blowing and drifting issue too. This is all to about midnight or so. Overall, radar doesn't pick up a lot of this light snow. It's just very light. So it is snowing pretty much all across the area. The other ones that you note right here is a little bit of a band that's picking up where it's a little bit more intense or coming down a little bit higher rate. Those are your wind chills right now. Notice a lot of them are far below zero as you go further west, because that's where the wind has definitely picked up. You can see wind speeds there, 29 Mankato, 30 down to Mason City, but they haven't quite got east of the river yet. So we got a few more hours before we're going to start seeing it. You can see Preston already picking up. So that blowing and drifting east of the river is probably going to happen in about another hour and go pretty much throughout the nighttime. And that's why roads could still be an issue all the way through morning commute due to that drifting issue. Here's the precipitation. There's this little bit of a convective band almost setting up along this push of cold air coming. That'll come through, I think, about 7 to 8. That could provide an opportunity for some visibility down to about 1 mile or 2 miles as it pushes east. Beyond that, it's going to be a lot of flurry activity or snow showers until about midnight, and then partial clearing too as we go throughout the morning time. Not entirely clear, but overall the temperatures are going to get colder. Now, if we had less wind, we'd like to see these temperatures a little bit colder, but the wind does help to keep it up. Fortunately, that wind also results in wind chills too. Tomorrow's highs, you'll be lucky to get above zero for a lot of areas. Most areas will probably stay below. We didn't see it there, but really it's going to be about -1 to about 1. Here's your wind chills right now. Overall, we'll start seeing them get pretty close to 20 to 25 as we get closer to midnight. Tomorrow morning, there you are, 25 to 30. Once again, this goes up and down, very fluctuates, so this is what it could be at this point. And then throughout the morning, 25 to about 30, but then I think by noon, a lot of areas will be then in that 20 to 25 or even a little bit warmer than that. In the afternoon, we'll be in that 10 to 15 below, so not as bad, but still very cold out there with the wind continuing. The winds will die down going into Tuesday night, so the temperatures and the apparent temperatures won't be much of a difference for the wind chill, given that the winds won't be as strong. Still cold, but not quite as cold as Monday. Tuesday's high, the good news is we're going to come back up after we see some lows that potentially could be colder. Once again, 5 to 10 below, and some of the areas further north, 15 to 20, because the winds are going to be lighter, and with fresh snow you could get a little colder Monday. The wind chills just won't be as bad. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we're back up to the teens. The winds turn around because we have some more snow coming. That'll be Tuesday night, as you see a batch come through there, followed by more activity than diving south through Wednesday. So we'll have more snow in the picture, maybe another 1 to 3. But notice the temperatures towards the end of the work week and the weekend. Yeah, 17 below going into Saturday, and they're likely going to be areas that are going to be close to 25 to 30 below actual temperature going into the weekend, which could get close to record level in some areas. So. Yeah. It's January cold, and we got it this year.
Smile like this right now. This is just gonna smile through it. But hey, everyone get those turtlenecks out. Do you have a turtleneck at home?
I don't like it. I get too warm.
We are full heavy into turtleneck season. All right.